Hi guys, welcome to the channel, Ron's Keto. So just bear with me for a minute so I can share this over the F book. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me close that one out. Open up a new tab. I want to make sure I got volume 2, which I'm pretty sure I do. Okay, let's go Beef and Butterfast live. Okay, okay, so we got the volume. Let me mute that. And let me grab the URL link and share that over to my pages there before we get going. And let me tab that and beef and butter fast date. Okay, Ron's Keto Cafe. I'm just sharing this over to Facebook. That's what I'm doing. And make sure there's a space in between Ron's Keto Cafe. Grab hold of the text, copy it, and put it on Facebook, and we should be good to go. Update live. Okay, and that's on my regular page. Thumbnail showing up. Even better fast update. Now let's go over to the Facebook group support. And then I'm going to have a sip of my coffee, and then we're going to get going with the update. Live channel G. Okay, which is about there, guys. Okay, just want to see if anybody's coming in this morning. And I know my volume's coming in really good. Good morning, guys. And so I wanted to just wipe off the coffee off my lips. Good morning. Hey, Carla. Morning, Carla. How you doing this morning? Stopping for a bit before heading out of bed. Oh, my goodness. I just got up from bed. So I slept really good last night, by the way. I woke up around, I fell asleep early last night around 7, 8, 9 o'clock. Actually, about 8. Started watching Andy Griffith, and then I woke up at 10, and then I saw a lunch dinner they had for Mr. T on Fox Network last night. It was pretty interesting. It was the 79th annual dinner that they do, and either one of the leftist candidates were there doing, Joey B and then Miss H over there. Either one of them was, or the W guy that's running with her was it there last night, and it was just pretty interesting. It's an event that's held every year, and 79 years, and every president and vice president and running mates that were running has always been at that particular dinner last night, and they weren't there. So I thought that was very disrespectful. And they also had Chuck Schumer there and a lot of Democrats over there last night, and everybody was pleasant with each other and on very good talking terms. And he gave what's going on in next month. He gave quite a remarkable speech last night that he didn't write. Somebody else wrote it for him, and it was all part of the fun and games, kind of like a celebrity roast. But it was just fun watching that last night, because I didn't even know that was really on last night till I got up, and I'm going to stay up for a little while before I go to bed. And next thing I know, I fell asleep after I shut that down around 11 o'clock. And I got up this morning at 5:30, and I says, holy crowley, I slept pretty good last night. So, I was worried about that, because if I usually take a nap like that, I struggle to get back to bed at night, and then I'm up all hours in the night. But be that as it may, so the Beef and Butterfast, we started it Thursday. Well, actually, yes, it was Thursday. So we started it Wednesday. I'm already down 3 pounds for the 3 days, so it's very encouraging. So what I done the first few meals, I made ground beef 85. Well, actually 85 chuck there. I was looking for the 2080 chuck there, and I didn't see anything that I needed for that big size, particularly in Market Basket. So I got what I could afford, really. And it's always better to use organic if you're going to afford it, but I just can't afford the organic. And so I fried up some ground beef, and what I did was I portioned it out in containers. It shows up in my video, my previous video, and then I ended up having that for a couple of meals. And then last night I had the rest of it that I had made, and then I had some kibasi last night, and I threw a little bit of cheese and a little bit of sugar-free ketchup that I had purchased, and in the second meal that I had, just to break up the monotony of the ground beef. Now, technically, when you're doing beef and butter, it's just basically beef and butter for 3 or 4 days. Good morning, Tamika, and yeah. So, but so anyhow, we did the beef and butter fast, so we're going to continue it on today and tomorrow, and we'll wrap it up on Sunday. So. For today's meal, I'm making a meatloaf with a kind of like a carnivore meatloaf. We're going to take some pork rind. I'm going to take an egg and a little bit of sugar-free ketchup and add some spices to it. And we're going to get that together. And then I'm going to make a green bean casserole. We're going to take probably about a half a pound or a pound of ground beef, whatever I got left. Maybe make a couple of hamburger patties with some of it. And we're going to put a can of condensed sugar-free mushroom soup on the bottom of it. And we'll put the green beans over the top. We'll get everything going in the frying pan, and then we'll add a little bit of cheddar cheese over the top of it, and then we'll give that a quick stir and add some spices to it, and we'll put that in a flat pan, a roasting, not a roasting pan, but like a cake pan. I got a throwaway one, and then we'll add some more cheese on the top, and we'll finish baking that off in the oven, and we'll add some pork rind on top of it, and that'll be kind of like a side dish. And it should be really good. I've been doing a lot of research on this stuff. The whole idea behind doing the beef and butter fast is when you're having a bad, when you have a situation where you're causing you to spike your weight, and and even if you're not and you have stalls, is to help you get back on track. All the bloat that was in my stomach is gone, and I had a lot of energy on me today. And I feel pretty good today. Now, tomorrow we have the Halloween parade. It comes on at 1 o'clock here in our city. I'm going to film that for the channel. It's a fun event. It's free for the kids. They start out at a local Walgreens store down the street, and they shut off a couple of streets. And the kids come walking up. There's usually about maybe 700 or 800 kids with the parents in the different costumes. And I'll bring my camera and I'll set. I know the studio will probably be there filming it, but these are free public events and anybody can film it and be there. And I can even put on a costume if I want to, but I'm not really into that so much as I was a kid. So when they come up there and they just wave and they throw candy at the kids and stuff like that, and then they gather at the lower common area and there's some pop-up tents that are set up and they pass out candy for the kids. It's safe, and what's really neat about it, the kids don't have to go out trick-or-treating on Halloween and that sort of thing. And then my friend Mark Bedanza, he's a local historian. In the morning around 10, he's doing the cemetery tour where he does a history of some of the grave markers out of there. So it's we got a lot going on again. Every weekend we got something going on here. This weekend, the following weekend we have the St. Anna's Parish. If you live in the area locally, they do a fair, and Donna and I gone down there every year. The last 3 years there, we won something. Donna won $180 jewelry box last year. I gave her $10. We take chances, and it's basically how they do it is they set up all kinds of prizes and stuff like that, and scratch tickets and whatever. And you buy these. They have these little tabs that have numbers on them or whatever, and you write down your name and your phone number and stuff. And then you just decide which one you want, which you think you're going to win. And then that Saturday, late in the afternoon, they start pulling the names out and see who won. And like 1 year I won. Oh, I got a blanket behind me that I use, a throw over blanket. It's a nice. I priced the blanket out. It was like $140 for the blanket. I goes, oh my gosh, it's got hearts on it. It's really nice. It's got that really, really soft material. And it keeps me warm when I just want like a throw over like a shawl over my shoulders if I'm sitting in a chair or if I'm laying down in bed where they don't have to throw the blanket over me. And then 1 year I won because it got destroyed in the flood there, but I won it's like an electric grater that grates like zucchini and stuff like that, and a spiral slicer is what it was. And Donna won something, and so every year for the last 3 or 4 years we've been winning something. And but when I go to St. Cecilia's Parish, the parish where I volunteer, like tonight, they're going to have their fair next month there in November. They got a great. It's called the Acadian Fair. If you're familiar with that name. Now the Acadian people, they came down from Canada back in the early late 1800s, and they set shop in our city because they were looking for employment, and that whole area is called French Hill. And so even though there's probably not too many French people, there's mostly Spanish people there now. But be that as it may, there's still a lot of French people that live there, and so they have an Acadian Fair, it's called. There's a flea market, and then they have food Friday night and Saturday night. They got a $5,000 raffle and a lot of other prizes. Now, 2 weeks ago, I ordered some coffee on Amazon. I got 96 K-Cups, and I ordered an Nantucket Blend medium roast, so they sent me breakfast blend light, and it wasn't even an Nantucket Blend. It had a McDonald's logo on it. I couldn't drink it. I had 2 cups out of it, and it was gross, and it didn't even have no taste to it. So what I'm going to do with those 3 boxes that are unopened, I'm going to give them to the parish tonight, and they got a couple of mugs that my sister bought me for Christmas here that I don't use because my sister means well, like most sisters and brothers do. But to be honest with you, I'd rather have money or a gift card that's not a gas gift card, because she gave me a $50 gift card. I sold it to the parish. But, so on one of our setups, what they do is they have these little yellow, no, they're white, and they put a number on some of them, okay? And then they mark the prizes with those numbers. So, and a lot of them are blank. So if you open it up and you got a number, you win that prize. And it's like about 10 for $1, something like that for chances. But it's fun if you got kids and you go there and they, oh, Jesus, something I can afford for my kids to see if the kid want to win something, whatever. And, but those 3 boxes of coffee and those 2 mugs there, those will be extra prizes that they can have. And I'll just donate them because I don't know, I just feel like I want to. And so this past Saturday, Donna and I went to the local parish, a parish I hadn't been to. I've been walking by it almost every day, and I take tons of photographs of it because they got a lot of older photographs of it for the past. And I'm currently writing a past the present book with some images from our city. Hey, Matiza, how you doing this morning? I hope it's pronouncing the name right. So when I went in there, I was talking to Brad, and he's one of the directors over there that they had a 200-year anniversary concert over there that Donna and I went to go see. Beautiful church. He went to the church service, and they served apple crisp afterwards. It was free, and some pastry and stuff like that. And so I had a good day over there with them. And he was telling me, he said, Ron, I said, I know you guys are struggling like everybody else. Why don't you come over here next month? He said on the 9th of every month there, the second Saturday of every month, which happens to be the 9th. So it's the scene who was calling, another bullcrap call already, not even 8:30 in the morning. So, and they give away, so the Hannaford's and Market Basket and some of our local like Shaw's and stuff like that, and grocery stores, they have pastry, and they have, like the breads that they make and the muffins and all that stuff there. It's beyond the date that they can sell it for, but it's good enough to eat. So they bring it over there, they drop it off. And he said, just come in here, help yourself. So, if you guys eat like English muffins and stuff like that, you can come over here. We don't charge you for it. He said, so, I'm going to, take him up on that offer because Donna will eat a lot of that stuff. And I'm trying to lay off all that stuff. What happened with me is, I became so depressed with the economy and everything because I can't qualify for food stamps because they make too much money, which is bullshit because compared to what all the illegals are getting, right? So, fine. I just gave up on all my stinking bills, and I said, I don't care anymore. I'm just worried about Donna and me and making sure we get food. I almost ran out of food in the end of September. That's not happening anymore. So this past month, I loaded up on my freezer meat and what I could get and afford. And I'm going to be doing the same thing again next month. I'm just giving up on my bills. I don't care. So in other words, like we have loans and stuff like that, and I'm just going to pay what I can afford to pay. And I was talking about that the other day with the guy at the bank, and I needed to, what happened was somebody hacked into my checking account. Well, what happened was I got a call, and I don't usually answer my calls. And they said this was the Texas Police Department, and they were asking for donations. And I said, I don't have the money, to explain to her my situation. And she says, well, I'll put you down anyways. And then about 20 minutes later, I get a call from my bank. It was a call that came into them that it was a fraud protection. Called me up and said, "Did you authorize this zero transaction?" I goes, "No," and I knew it was them trying to take some money out of my checking account. So they killed my card, my debit card. So I went to the bank yesterday, and I got a new debit card. And so I lost my driver's license about 3 months ago. I didn't know where it was, and I couldn't find it and everything. And when I realized it was not in my wallet anymore, I got a hold of AAA, and I went down and got a new license through AAA, which I just got in the mail like this week, because they gave me a temporary license because I don't want to drive around without a license. And so yesterday when I went to the bank, or the other day, I'm pulling out my driver's license and my bank card, my bank account number on, and told them, and I gave them back the debit card, and they gave me a new debit card, and I found my freaking driver's license right underneath the slot where I usually put it under, but it was buried underneath the part where you can't see anything. And when I went to go feel for it all that day, when I was looking for it, apparently I put it under there for some reason, and I didn't see it, because usually I put it in the clear side of my wallet on the inside. So I did find it anyway. So now I got like 2 driver's licenses, and I got my old one still from the one that's not federal. But I'll put those 2 away. So if that happens again, at least I got them. But it just cracked me up there. And I told my wife, when am I getting senile or something? So anyways, yeah, so my headphones, I'm going to show you something over here. On my headphones that I was using, this piece broke off, okay? And it was driving me crazy because I couldn't, and it's quite common. I have a pair of headphones that I use. It's a $500 pair of headphones because I need it for my video. So I'm going to be very careful with this. So I had to take this. This is the part that broke, that clip that swivels us back and forth. So I took this all apart yesterday, and I got as far as I got with it before I kind of like say, okay, now I'm going to set it aside and I'll finish it either today or later this weekend, because all they got left to do is connect these ribbons into it and put the piece right over it, and this piece over that. And I want to put that back and be very careful. But anyways, I got down to the 2 screws that hold, like it's called a motherboard on inside. One screw is stripped, and they're 2 different size screws, and they're really tiny, small, and black. Well, the first black screw I was trying to put in yesterday fell on the floor, and I couldn't find it. So my wife came in the back room and helped me find. She found the screw on the floor. It was buried over here behind the bed, and I'm sitting over here, really close up to the thing, and it says right on the video, not losing it, because I was following along with the guy's tutorial. So yesterday, don't I lose the other damn stinking screw, and I can't find it. And the other screw is so damn tiny. It's oh my God. And I went out yesterday to buy I bought a screwdriver. This is Phillips. I bought a Phillips screwdriver yesterday. This right here cost me $4, thinking that this was what I needed. So I used it to get the first few screws off. So then when I bought that clip that came in a box like this, and I spent $20 for the part that I needed. All right, and lo and behold, it's got it somewhere, but I'll find it. It came with it came with a small screwdriver, so I never had to go buy that Phillips head screwdriver that I bought. My other screwdrivers around here somewhere, but it just cracked me up. So when I went to go put the 2 screws to hold the motherboard down, I couldn't get it to get a lot more. I realized one was stripped afterwards, and let's see if we can take this find that tiny screw up here. Oh, this is the screwdriver that came with it, by the way. And this is it's magnetic, so it was kind of made it easier to remove the parts. But there was quite extensive involved in doing the process together and putting it all together. And let's see if you can see this. I'll try to hold it up for you. So tiny. This is a small, tiny screw that tried to get in there. You can see I could just barely get into my 2 fingers. And okay, and there was one that was even smaller than that one. So now all I got left to do is I got 4 more screws to put in to hold everything together, and I can just snap the earpiece off and start using my headphones again. But this is the other tiny screw that there was 4 of these. These were the first 4 that had to come out. And So I just, it was quite a project yesterday. And if I would have sent those up to have them repaired myself, I would have probably spent another $100 to have it fixed, but I could do it myself. So what's really great about these videos that they put up on YouTube is you just, search for YouTube videos and you find something you're looking for. And so all I got, I'll finish that later. I just got to now with the two screws that are stripped that I can't find, and the other one they can't find. I just got to take a little tiny piece of tape and tape it down to hold it together, because those screws don't need anything other than it just keeps it in place so that you don't it doesn't damage the motherboard. And eventually I'll send out for a couple more screws and I have to get another replacement part. But it's quite common on those things that they snap and they break there. But I've had that now for almost a year and a half now, and those are my favorite headphones. I bought these at Walmart for $14, by the way. I'll probably wind up bringing these back at Walmart's, maybe, or either that or just keep them for an extra pair, just in case something happens. But I don't know. I think I'm going to go out and do some walking this morning. I have to do make that dinner casserole and make that. I'll be filming that out. Yeah, and I don't. Oh yeah, next week they were supposed to have 70-degree weather all week. So the agenda next week is going to get out there and move every day. You're going to shoot for 20 miles for the week, and anything after that will be a bonus. And I'm going to put up some videos for you guys. I'm back to doing some ride-alongs with Ron. What I do is I have my mini dash, and I set it up in the middle part of my windshield, and I go walking throughout the city, and driving throughout the city, and I'll go down the street, and I'll do the up and reverse of the street, and then I'll talk over the video a little bit, and if I have any past images or what I can remember about the street, I share my memories. And anyways, I got about 15 videos done right now. And I did this in 2020 when everything was shut down, and everybody seemed to enjoy those. I'll be putting those up all on the YouTube channel along with the Halloween parade for tomorrow. And so be watching for those videos and some further updates. But overall, guys, I feel really good. I lost 3 pounds for the few days that I've been on. Now, I did notice I've been going to the bathroom more because it's flushing out all my system, liquid wise. And I've been feeling really good. I was just what happened was too. I'm a breadaholic, and I'm a thank you, Carlos. I'm a breadaholic, and I'm addicted to all that stuff that's no good for me. And when I got to go off plan because I can't afford anything because I have to budget food according to what both my wife and I eat, this is what's been the problem. And so the other day my wife had an appointment on Wednesday as a doctor follow-up, and the doctor asked her, says, "Are you trying to lose weight?" And she said, "No, why?" "Because you're lighter now than what you were before." And she's only about 115 pounds, and she used to be about 160 pounds. And she's really a small woman, and it has to do with a kidney. I don't know if you guys do that or not, but my wife's got kidney failure, and every day I wake up with her is a blessing, and because she has to go for infusion shots every other week. Now the last 3 visits that she's had, she didn't need any, but she still has to go to have them checked, and so they got her down to 1 a month right now, but I got to go bring her again next week. No. I think it's next week. Next week's the 26th. I think maybe next Monday, I think it is. She's got to go late in the afternoon, but we can still get out and get walking in. But we can go early in the morning and late at nighttime because I want to start doing some nighttime walking. But and also about doing those road videos. It's just fun doing the road videos because I'm going down streets where I haven't been in a while. When I went walking yesterday, I went down the street. It's called Hall Street, Hall. And I didn't go down that far, but I only went as far as where the church is on the right-hand side. I walked. And I did 3.5 miles that day. And so it's okay. Well, we're just going to take the car and go down that way and see what's down that way and how far down it runs. So when you get down to the bottom a little ways, it splits like this. And Hall Street continues on this way. And there's another street that goes down that way. Well, I took a left and I just swung the car around. And then I wanted to see where it came out from, and that sort of thing. Because most of our roads always lead to a main road that I recognize. And the other road, I don't think I've ever been down that way. But it's just fun to explore. And I got the GPS anyways. And where I go walking in that particular area, a lot of those roads right now are under construction, or they've kind of like slowed down because they're getting late in the fall, and they'll finish the projects up next year. But I mean, our city does a fantastic job in taking care of our roads, unlike some other cities. But yeah, I just wanted to come on this morning and talk a little bit. And we're almost, and I checked the subscriber count. We were up to like 1980, so we should hit 2,000 before the end of the month. But it's killing me is I need more watch time hours to get my channel monetized, and it's hard. You need 4,000 hours within a year's time, and then you can become monetized. But I do have ways you can support me. I got a Cash App. You're welcome to buy me a cup of coffee for $2 or something like that, and it's totally appreciative, but not necessary. And I'm hoping that Anne Marie picks up another game night this past Sunday night. There, she didn't do. I guess she didn't do one. Maybe she might have been too tired. Something else going on. But I look forward to her YouTube channel when she posts live videos and stuff, and her TikTok channel, and the other channels that I watch. But I'm gonna get going. But thank you so much for coming along. And I just wanted to do an update on how the weight loss is going for this week and for this month, actually. And once the beef and butter fast is complete, we're going to be doing keto meals and some low carb meals in between, and some carnivore meals. And if I make anything new, I'll have them, some newer recipes. And I'm recycling a lot of my older recipes, and it's helping me out to figure out what I ate to lose all my weight that I had lost. And I noticed a lot of my older videos, I had gotten some complaints that there was no voiceover and the music was too loud over my voice. So I'm trying to correct all that. And, then I have the ingredients as amount of the videos. But most of all these videos that I do for food, I've just done research. I just type in something that I want to make. And like the Pioneer Woman, she's great. She's got like 37 seasons on the Food Channel Network. Can you imagine? And I'm watching all her videos. A lot of them I can convert over to low carb. So it's not that hard. But that's how I was successful in the past, and I want to continue being successful. Now, the only day we got coming up that I'm worried about is just Thanksgiving. But I want to just I'll splurge that day, but I'll eat it within reason. I'm not going to go haywire like I used to do in the past. And of course, then we get the holiday fair coming up at the local parish. But I mean, that's about all going on. But I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you all coming along this morning on a little short notice, and I just wanted to do a live update. But anyways, you guys have an amazing day, have an amazing weekend, and be watching for those road videos and the Halloween parade video that I'll be putting up. And I'll continue with the updates if there's anything new. When I switch off from low carb at the end of the beef and butter fast, I'll have an update of actually how much weight that I lost during that time. I know 3 pounds don't sound like much, but it's still better than having a 3 to 4 pound gain. But yeah, so when I done all these beef and butter fasts before in the past, I've lost as much as 6 to 10 pounds in a week. And so a 3 or 4 day span, because you're getting rid of all that water flow. And I feel pretty good. I'm good. I got the depression's all gone. I feel really, really good. And but anyways, have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you on the next video. Love you guys. Stay safe, healthy. Don't forget to give me a like on the way out. And I hope to see you Sunday night if Anne Marie does a live game night.